welcome to another edition of After the Whistle. It is the first of the month, the rent is due, and all that good stuff. So, hope y'all pay y'all rent, cause yeah.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up.
I'm here. Todd is here. We got a good show for y'all. First, before we get started, people, stop telling on people. Like, don't make up stuff and then go lie on people. Don't do that. That's one of the worst things you can do, is lie on somebody. And you know, we are wired a certain way, so once we find out you went and lied on, even if it's me, if it's him, we just can't be in the same room at all, ever again.
I mean, I deal with some lies at work. You know, I try to be professional about it. Yeah. But in the back of my cerebellum, it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
I don't never forget a lie, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody ever forgets a lie. Nobody. So that's my little message for today. But anyways, we did a lot happening. State tournament is here. High school basketball state tournament. We got college basketball. March Madness is approaching. We got college basketball fights happening. I don't know if you saw Florida and Kentucky, the girls.
Nah.
Oh yeah, I put it on my story. And it was over there. But the girl made the layups, took the ball and put it on the other girl and like hit her in the face, and then the girl took it. I think it was the Florida player, took it and threw it, but she missed. And the girl was right there in front of her. Like she didn't even get like far down the court. She was like a couple feet right in front of her. And she like completely missed. I'm talking about like 50 Cent first pitch type of miss.
Nah, I could see that. I don't really see those type of situations happening in girls basketball, so I see them getting so worked up that they just completely throw the ball somewhere else. As you see that happen. But I'll be honest, girls and guys, like, guys, it gets heated, but like we understand that, like, all right, it's still a game. No one's getting kicked out. Girls, once it go left, it go left.
Yeah. It's like, once they see red, it's like there's no stopping them. It's like I'm gonna hit you. No matter what, I have to hit you. Just no one's gonna stop me from hitting you.
Yeah, girls they disregard everything.
Yeah, which makes things interesting, which is hilarious. But man, we got to get into some NBA stuff now that football is season. We can focus on some basketball. Dame Lillard, we had our second 70-point score outburst of the season, another 71-point performance. First it was Donovan Mitchell, now it was Damian Lillard, and man, and we were just talking about Dame last week about how the way he just be pulling up and
kind of proving my point. I don't gotta say too much because
scoring in this league.
I mean, he got more 60-point and 70-point games than some of the greats in the league right now. So
yeah, he got more than Mike.
So that's my point. So you know, I'm sure some people might have heard my take the other week and kind of been rolling their eyes and all that. But who else is getting you 71?
And also, it seemed like everybody is having a lot of career highs against the Rockets this year.
I mean,
there's a stat I seen. It was like, I think like seven or more players have had career highs this season against the Rockets.
Yeah. I don't even know if you can call them the Rockets right now. They're more like the shuttlecraft or something. They ain't the Rockets yet. I can't call them the baby bulls, you know what I mean? So like a shuttlecraft. Like, they ain't rocket ship yet. They're getting there though. A couple years they're gonna be the Rockets again, but not right now.
Yeah, man, it's bad out there. And then when you look at just how efficient he was. I mean, he goes 22 for 38. 14 for 14 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
I mean, right there. I mean, that's the most impressive part.
That 14 for 14 separates you from having a great game and having a historic game.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, we see so many great players. They have these outlets, but they'll go like 15 to 17 from the free throw line, or 15 to 18. They'll miss a few, but just not to miss any free throw in the game is just remarkable itself. And then you look at it, he also had 6 assists and 6 rebounds. So not only was he scoring, he was just doing some other stuff as well. And they needed all of it too, because they need him to score.
Yeah, and on the Rocket side, their highest scorer they had 2 guys with 17 points, which is funny because Dame just flip-flopped that, which is crazy, but can't be surprised with this I mean, we can be surprised by the total point number that he, you know what I mean, that he got, but can't be surprised on what's happened to the Rockets just because they're a team that's learning how to play the game, the NBA game.
Yeah, and I think the oldest player might be like, shoot, hold on, it's Bojan. Boban's the oldest player on that team, but Boban, you know, he's just the wily vet that everybody loves. He's just around to keep things in order. But yeah, half your starting lineup, I think, is like under 20, 25.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because you need vets on the team to teach you how to be a pro.
Yeah.
Let alone just not on the court, off the court as well.
Yeah.
Everything kind of comes into cohesiveness.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And then when you lose so much, when you're losing a lot, you just develop bad habits, and it kind of sticks around. And sometimes it derails players from even staying in the league for a long time because they've been on a losing team for so long. They just don't know how to win, and when they go to somewhere else, when they have to play winning basketball, it doesn't translate.
Well, the good thing is that team's in Texas. In Texas is all about their sports, regardless what sport it is. They definitely support their own. So I see them making some moves in the next couple of years.
Yeah, and maybe those young guys will either take a leap because we have seen young teams take some type of leap and show like their understanding.
I mean, they have 2 of the top 5 picks the past couple of years, so these guys have to start developing at some point. So that's why I say give them a couple of years.
Well, unless Wemby's coming.
I'll be honest, I don't think that even matters. Like, he can score, but he can't defend.
No,
I just be watching. I'm sure you've seen him get put in the rim.
Yeah, but also big Frenchman in Houston. Some find handsome in Houston. There's a good and there's a bad with it, and it's just like.
I mean, he got the right graphic. Got that red light.
And you know the French when it comes to women. All you gotta do is look at Pepe Le Pew.
Oui, oh, Mimi. You like that? That's my old French.
You hear what he said?
Yeah.
As we move on, well, congrats to Dame on that 71 joins in the league club. You think somebody's gonna get 100? The way like the 3-point line is going.
Nah, because they'll probably get like 70 or 80 by the third, and they're gonna sit them the fourth just for precautionary measures. Because that's the time when somebody will get injured.
Yeah.
For like the season or career ending. So you gotta be precautious. Fortunately, I feel like the player should determine if he should play. You know what I mean? If he should be able to get that or not. But at some point, you gotta.
Yeah. Unless it's a really close game.
Yeah, that too. So.
Which, if you scoring 100 in a really close game, that's when you gotta look at your teammates. Like, what the hell y'all doing?
I mean, Kobe did.
Yeah. The Celtics ended their road trip with they lost to the Knicks 109-94. Tatum got ejected, and he said it best after the game. He just he ready to get back to his bed. Because you look at it, they've been away from home for 2 weeks. Like 2 or 3 weeks. The last time they played at home was right before the All-Star break. And it just takes a toll on you, honestly. And then after coming off like the win they had against Philadelphia in such a hard-fought game, it's kind of like,
And he's playing like, 30-plus minutes a game?
Yeah.
So on top of that as well. Yeah. And like I said, he didn't really have a break.
No. Yeah, you're right.
He was MVP the All-Star game. Yeah. So meaning he was balling. Didn't really take a chill day. Yeah. So, the way he got ejected was great. It was funny, though.
Nah.
Because you'll never see him get that animated.
Yeah. It was built up because I guess I didn't watch the game, but apparently he got fouled a lot, and it wasn't called.
No, he was getting beat up.
And then I saw the 3-point one where he got hit. And I was like, oh, okay.
But the way, he said something after that, and then they went up and down, and then he kept saying something.
Oh, yeah. Well,
And then he said that he told the ref it was the best fishing game he ever played in. And then he got teed for that. Like, that's corny. for the ref to feel it, he should have laughed it off and be like, all right, whatever, dude. Like, that's sarcasm, but like he didn't really say anything for you to really get offended by.
You know, these refs been out of control
Look
all
at his
year.
chin. You shouldn't be in the NBA with a chin like that. You should be working out. We doing here. Yeah, you see it.
But I mean, and if you look at their schedule, like how it's been, this is just one of those games you see. Okay, we could see why they lost. Right, the Knicks were making some crazy, ridiculous shots too.
I mean, the East, you would see. That's why I say that I always consider this a rivalry game because it's New York and Boston.
Yeah.
So like it's New York.
Yeah.
Whenever the Celtics go to New York, it's gonna be a tough night.
Yeah.
It's just usually we're just so much better than them.
Yeah.
That they can't control the game. And Knicks played great last night.
They were making.
Was it last night?
No, Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
So they played great.
You see some of them shots they were making? Bunch of ridiculous shots. At that point, sometimes when you see a team just making ridiculous shots, you know, oh yeah, this is definitely not our night. Sometimes you just got to chalk it up to that.
Best team in the league. The Knicks is trying to get back to being relevant. Just because, you know, the team across the street falling apart. So they try to jump back in front.
Yeah, but with that loss, they dropped to the number 2 seed, Milwaukee. What the hell's up with this? Milwaukee's now number 1, but because they just have one less loss than them. But you know, I think the Celtics and they barely beat a Celtics team with the bench. So.
I don't even think many people really believe in Milwaukee like that. You know, they're a good team in the East.
Yeah.
There aren't that many teams in the East. So
it's just Giannis. Giannis is the only thing that keeps people believing. But yeah, and you just look around everyone else on the team, you're just like, yeah. Y'all don't have Giannis, then it's like.
They had a good run. I just don't think they'll make the run again.
Yeah, but I do think it's them and the Celtics probably. If it goes the way it goes, they'll probably be the 2 teams in the Eastern Conference Finals just because they've been playing the best basketball all year out of everyone in the East. And then Cleveland is going to be that sneaky team in the postseason that's going to make people work.
You got to watch out for Philly, man.
Philly, yeah, but every time I want to believe in Philly, and then you get into the playoffs, they just.
Oh, I don't want to believe in them. I'm rooting for the Celtics.
Oh yeah. Philly, it's like, Philly. Whenever we get into the postseason with them, it's kind of like, okay, they look like they'll win the series, they'll take control of the series, and then who knows what happens? Then they just whatever.
And B gotta, he gotta turn the corner.
Yeah.
And he has to bring that roster along with him.
Yeah. Indeed. All right, and then we got injuries in the league. It's been crazy with the injuries. LeBron went down with an ankle injury. LaMelo Ball went down with an ankle injury. Lonzo Ball, they completely shut them down. He said he still can't run or jump.
Yeah, his lingering knee issue.
Which is crazy, too, because it's like, what happened? You got to look at the people that did the procedure. It's just like, why am I not able to move at all after so long? I should have been fine. You should be fine by now, like at least doing some light jog or something. But for him to not even be able to run or jump at this point, you just got to look at the people that did the surgery or stuff like that.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't have to file any malpractice suits or any issues. I'm just, hopefully it's just issue with his hair and it figures itself out.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm wrong with this one, but I just felt like there was more focus with everything when we were younger.
Yeah.
Years ago. There's so much technology, so many distractions. I feel like nobody really understands how to focus on anything.
Yeah.
Even procedures like that. I feel like nobody's really giving anything their undivided attention.
I agree on that. And especially with the advance in all the medicine and all that too, you would think it'd be more, but no.
Because we're hearing about issues in certain places in the world and life that we shouldn't hear about any issues nowadays, especially in the world we're living in today.
Yeah, definitely. And then also for LeBron, like ever since he got to LA, he's just been injured a lot, and it was like he went from like Mr. Iron Man, who even if he gets injured, you see him back the next day. full like nothing ever happened. And now it's like, geez Louise, ever since he's been in LA, every year he's missed significant time due to injuries.
Your bones get brittle out there. They don't deal with 4 seasons like we do. Dealing with the cold and all that throughout the year has to do something to your body.
Yeah.
Think about how your blood thins out, you know what I mean, thickness and stuff based on you come from the north and the south.
Yeah.
So I can imagine the West Coast, like, yo, we deal with, remember we had your conversation with your homegirl, I said we deal with reality. If it snows, we either shovel or we stay in the house because we can't leave.
Yeah.
Then people in LA have no clue about that.
Yeah.
Like, have no idea about that. So, you know, like, I feel like the weather and how we survive and how we live in this area affects your body in certain ways.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, for him, just seeing him always injured, it's like, geez Louise, guy. It's like, yeah. Like, yeah, I think it's like, that's, it's then the Father Time's knocking and letting you know, I think you've accomplished all you needed to accomplish in the game of basketball, so just start.
And too, he's not, you know, he might have to fall back from being the LeBron he always is. He doesn't have to be the king anymore. You just be LeBron, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who sits on the throne. Doesn't have to call himself the king, though.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, like, the way he plays the game, like, I always felt like Melo will be able to play longer because his skill set.
And less, he never took so much contact with the stuff he does.
His jump shot's pure.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I know about LeBron. Like, he can shoot, but his jump shot's not pure like Melo. So he has to get to the cup and dunk on people. And that's wear and tear on your body continuously.
Definitely. So hopefully all those guys get better, especially Lonzo and LaMelo. Like LaMelo, he started to hoop too. He was like really hooping, and then this happened for him. And it's like some bad misfortunes that happened in the league, and I feel like them ankle injuries too. Those ones are the worst ones.
You gotta be careful with them shoes. You know how I feel, man. I can't buy a player's shoes if he always rolling his ankle in them things. What's the point of me putting them on?
Facts.
You're not even safe in them.
All right, the Atlanta Hawks have hired Quinn Snyder as their head coach, which is an interesting hire because he's kind of an old school type coach too. And they just fired an old school type coach to deal with this. And then I just saw an article that said the Hawks, they're being described as broken, ugly, and a total crap show. That's how their locker room is being described, and that's how their team is being described right now. So it's kind of like, sometimes you wonder, it's like, do I really want this job? I mean, granted, I want to coach, but do I really want this job? Sometimes as a head coach, you got to go in a situation where you know you don't have to deal with nonsense. You just coach and get better. Now I feel like dealing with nonsense.
I just feel like all that what they just said about the locker room, it can't just stop there.
Yeah.
It gotta trickle up there, cause you know, when you get in the ground, it's steam. Steam goes upward. So I just feel like it has everything to do with the front offices or everything.
Yeah.
Like personally.
And it's also Trae Young. That's it. The article saying is like he's just rubbing a lot of people the wrong way, especially his teammates.
My thing is though, like, you're gonna put your whole franchise hope in what's he like, 5'11", 6 foot, like my height?
He might be shorter.
Like 5'10" guy. You gotta put your whole organization in the palm of his hand. The history's shown that it's never been a good idea.
Yeah, at all. So, yeah, the Hawks, they just went from a team we saw that was going up here. They had a good run in the playoffs one year, and then. And
my whole thing with Trae is he can hoop, but like when you're that size, you got to be a lockdown defender too. I feel like, like pick up maybe not full court, but at least half court. Like just the whole you score on me, I score on you. Yeah. You post me up, I can't post you up. You know what I mean? The combination and the equations aren't gonna match up, bro. Like, and you gotta have people skills too. Sometimes you gotta. You don't have to like everybody, but you just need to know how to have certain type of people skills to maneuver, because you're dealing with numerous amount of people. Well, I point at myself because you know me, I don't really like people that much, but I'm great with people. So at that level, you getting paid an abundance of money. That should just convince you to be nice to people. Yeah. You don't have to be friends, but you have to, do something. All right. College basketball. We're going to do a little college basketball in this story about Brandon Miller of Alabama in connection with
there was an article that came out that said he provided the weapon that his teammate who is now incarcerated used to kill the young lady. And there's just been a lot of questions about having Brandon Miller on. And, before that, then they do this dumb thing.
They've been doing that all season.
Yeah.
You can't. I get it. Due to circumstance, you shouldn't do that. But that's their routine.
Yeah. At some point, you gotta be like, we might have to switch it up just a little bit until all this calms down.
But I also feel like there's too many eyes on everything, all the time.
Yeah.
So I get it, but they've been doing that all year. I get what you're saying, but this world is too sensitive to try to put all that in cahoots with everything. So it's come on, it's a little ridiculous. Yeah. They should probably let it go because this is not a good look for the school in general.
Yeah. But, especially when you got so many. There's just so much media coming into the school.
But they should have said something about that from the jump. In all reality, though, because some might say you what's the word I'm looking for? Giving criminal activity a positive light. Mm-hmm. I could care less about you, you know what I mean? Pat me down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just call me lethal weapon. You know what I'm saying? But due to this circumstance, I just feel like people, their sensitivity is too heightened with every little thing they see.
And it's just crazy because they also talk about, it's because putting him out there to play, having him out there playing. Now that's just going, and then not having them speak to the media after. It's like y'all putting yourselves in a tricky situation now because at one point he's gonna, because as long as they're still having him out there play, at some point, especially with the tournament coming around, he's gonna have to get up in the podium, and then he's gonna have to start. The questions are gonna come. So it's like Alabama's in a tricky situation where it's just like. And I don't even think they know what to do, and so that's why they just we're just gonna let him play now, let it play out. Because it's just one crazy situation.
There's multiple stories, you know what I mean. From what I hear, gun was in the back seat. He was driving the whip. Dude said, you know what I mean. I heard dude said.
Oh, let me correct. I said allegedly. Yeah, he allegedly brought the gun. Let me preface it saying that.
They're making it seem like he grabbed it, handed it to him. I heard he just drove the whip and dude went in the back, and you know what I mean, or heard that with his roommate's car or something like that. So that's just tricky, especially when we got states with crazy gun laws that if each state was on the same accord, certain things wouldn't happen.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very tricky situation.
Dealing with a state like Alabama, that's an open carry state, bro. That's a tough one. So I don't.
Yeah, you're doing capital murder. They're gonna be like, oh, he might be an accessory. Oh, yeah. Just because you were. He might have not even been there, but his name was brought. And the crazy thing is, if he wasn't there, and whoever brought his name up in the story is just like. What was the point of bringing his name up,
though,
right?
He shouldn't. I'll be honest. If I go to Alabama, I know everybody ain't for me when I go there.
No, I wouldn't leave. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. How this whole story plays out. They will get a high seed in the tournament. But yeah, it's just a terrible, terrible situation. And for that dude who even do something so dumb just because the girl was not taking your advance or whatever you were trying to do. She said no. You just. Keep it moving.
We don't even understand that because we don't even associate with people like that.
Right.
So, that's crazy.
You that upset she said no that you want to kill her? What? The world is crazy. Lastly, college basketball. This was the weekend of buzzer beaters. It was five. I think there was five or so that I saw.
I seen a couple.
Yeah, so we got Caitlin over in Iowa got a buzzer beater.
Okay.
Michigan had a buzzer beater. Florida State, they had a buzzer beater.
I seen that one.
Boston College last night, they had a buzzer beater. Yeah, they had a buzzer beater. It wasn't a buzzer beater. It was late in the game.
I
clutch shot, which put them at 500.
Finally.
500.
Jesus.
If they win Saturday, they'll have a first-round bye in the ACC tournament.
Oh, they're gonna make the tournament.
Their resume right now says they should get a tournament. They should have a tournament. They should be in the tournament because they've beaten 3 teams that were ranked, 3 top 25 teams.
That matters in the ACC tournament?
What?
like your non-conference schedule like that? I thought it was conference tournament. Just
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm talking about the
That's what I was talking about.
Oh yeah. So because they've got some quality wins in the ACC.
I'm just,
so,
I
yeah.
mean, I thought you was talking about like ranked teams outside the ACC. That's why I'm like, that shouldn't matter in your conference tournament.
Yeah,
Maybe you're trying to get the NCAA tournament.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, they beat the ranked teams in the ACC tournament, so they're gonna. And then if they win Saturday, they'll have a first round bye.
Okay.
They should. Their resume right now does not look bad. They should be like one of them teams that kind of on the bubble. But they've got some quality wins. There's quality losses. They got some bad losses, but they got a lot of good quality wins. So it's like if they make a good run at the ACC in the ACC tournament like they did last year, there's no reason why they shouldn't be in the tournament. Now, granted, they'll be one of them seeds that you got to pay a high seed. Yeah,
Playing seed maybe.
Maybe, but if they get in the tournament in year 2 of Coach Grant, big things happening for BC, and they're starting to get like 3, 4-star recruits. And maybe you sneak in a 5-star in there, you'll be all right, which is hard to get, but you can sneak one in, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. All right. Let us go to Athletes Corner. We got Lynn Tech basketball. We'll talk about the state tournament and some of the nonsense in a second. But Lynn Tech, Jayden Welch, Giovanni Jean, Andy Batista, and one more player I completely forgot his name, but sorry I forgot your name. Check this out, and then we'll be back. Hello, and welcome to another edition of Athletes Corner. He got the Sky Cam going. It's all good. We have Lynn Tech, 17-3, getting ready for a state tournament. I got the fellas here with me. How you guys doing?
Good.
All right. New season for y'all. Y'all been really playing well this season. I mean, what's been the key for you guys, your success this season?
Mostly defense. CB really wants us to play defense. Lots of defensive drills, offensive transition.
For the freshmen, for you guys, the freshman backcourt here, Andy and Gio, how are you guys able to handle all that? Because you guys are the guards, you guys create a lot for the offense. Just how are you guys able to handle with everything CB's throwing at you as far as running the offense?
It's a big task, especially for our first year, but we just have the mindset of going in there and, trying to put aside our personal goals and try to really create something with the whole team and really try to go far. And that's been our whole mindset the whole year, and that's what really kept us going.
Did you feel that summer league and fall league kind of helped you guys just get acclimated with each other and how you guys play, and then did it transition over pretty well?
Yeah, it helped glue us together as a team, and it also kind of showed us that there are some really great teams out there that are hunting for our necks, and we got to play just as hard as they do.
All right, my two vets here. You guys, being the elders, being the upperclassmen, what's it been like just for you to see the young guys not only shine, but you guys are also leading the way too as vets and all that? Just tell me about you guys as a part in the success of the team.
Keeping morale high when if the team ever gets down, you gotta boost them up. And they've done a great job on controlling the offense, pushing the ball up and taking care of the ball and giving us all good looks.
It's just being there for each other, we're a whole team, we're in this together, just being there. If they need anything, we're always there for them, and just always being there for each other.
Yeah, and it's also interesting because this is CB's second year as head coach there, him being a Tech alum, but you see the trend, you see kind of what he's been talking about when he got the job about just getting Tech to playing what it should be playing, to the standard that Tech should be playing. How has that, and also the other coaching staff, how have they helped you guys understand that and just go out there and play hard each game? As far as like last year, there were growing pains for you guys. How is it just this year you guys were able to just take more on just playing hard and executing and being better every day?
Playing harder on defense, and the expectation's high, so they obviously wanted us to win more compared to last year.
For you, Gio, you've had, you and Andy, you guys had some outbursts on offense, some big scoring games, and then you have some games you didn't score that much, but you had like double-digit assists. How was it just translating into the high school game, coming from middle school? How was it just the transition?
The game speeds up so much, but also it slows down for you too. So like, you have to run, you have to memorize your plays. Middle school basketball it's all fun and games till you get to high school. So that's when you have to take it serious. It starts getting way more serious.
How about
The competition too.
Yeah, definitely.
It feels different in the aspect of high school. You know, it's more of a team game. Middle school, just give you the ball and move out the way, kind of. In high school, you know, we all have to play together. We can't win one or two of us. The entire team has to be at least on the same page and doing the same things to get a win.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys did clinch the conference regular season championship.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Talk about that, Jayden. You two actually talk about that from last year. Not even making the tournament last year. This year, you guys are going to be in the tournament. Going to get to experience the state tournament, and now you won a conference title too. And this is just year 2 for the coaching staff as part for the program. Just how excited are you guys that you guys are taking the steps in the right direction?
Exciting because last year was a disappointing season. We took the steps in the right direction to winning the conference, to making it to the states, to be able to play in the playoffs after missing it last year. It feels great.
As a freshman, I mean, it means a lot because like this is my first year, and having a chance to be part of this and achieving this goal is really big, and it's pretty great.
What would you say? This is for all of you. What would you say was the game or games that you guys as a team kind of everything came together and you guys figured out, okay, this is our identity. We play like this every game. Not a lot of teams are going to beat us. Was there a game for you guys that kind of everything clicked for you individually and as a team?
The first and second time we played Saugus, I knew we were a great team because they're a Division II team. They're a great team. We beat them the first time in overtime. The second time we went into overtime with them, we lost. But that shows that we can play defense and we can keep up with teams that are way past our level.
You got one too?
I mean, the game really for us was that last Essex game. You know, the first one we went in there with our heads hot, thinking we couldn't get knocked off, and we ended up losing that game for multiple reasons. And then coming in that second time with a bigger goal in mind, just playing our hearts out. You know, it changed a lot, and it showed us that we could play great, but we can always play better.
Yeah, Jayden, for you, offensively and defensively, what aspects of your game improved this year from last year?
Defensively, definitely staying in front of your defender, not relying on help defense. And offensively, my jump shot and just my touch around the rim improved a lot from last year.
And was it just you getting in the gym as far as the touch of the rim? Was that just you putting more work in the offseason as far as just like weights and stuff like that?
Putting in more work in the weight room, our off-season workouts helped, everything.
All right. State tournament is right around the corner. You guys find out who you're going to be matched up with on Saturday. Just for all of you guys, just excited. How excited are you to experience the state tournament and then try to bring a chip back to Tech?
It's very exciting because this is our first year. Me, Gio, Andy, we're all freshmen here, and it means a lot. Like being able to get there our first year, and it's an achievement we're very proud of, and we're very excited to keep on getting there every year and keep it going. Yeah. You know?
And you guys know that the game slows down kind of in the state tournament. Every possession counts. Offensively, what are some of the key things that's improved throughout the season that will help you guys as far as valuing possession and running yourself? What are some of the key things that has improved throughout the season offensively?
I mean, our fast break transitions, running our plays. We really slowed down the game, getting our bigs opportunities under the rim, drop down passes, kicking out the open three. That's really what we do.
Yeah, and what do you guys would say is kind of the team's biggest identity that gives other teams fits? What's one thing that you guys do that gives other teams fits?
Defense. I mean, we pride ourselves on that every practice, every game. For us to win a game, we have to be on it on both sides of the floor, but especially on defense. We can't win a game without playing the defense.
Good coach over there. And then lastly, just overall the support that the team is getting, just not only from Lynn Tech but throughout the city, because there were growing pains, but now more people are coming to y'all games. More people are showing support for you guys. So how happy are you guys and excited are you guys that you guys are able to just get that place packed again?
It's a great feeling to have the place packed again because last year it wasn't that many people showing up to games, and this year we have a lot of people showing up, showing support. I was very happy and grateful.
Yeah, definitely. All right, 17-3. They don't know. Do you guys know where your rankings are? What do they rank you guys right now?
17th.
17th right now in the state. So no home game probably.
Nah.
It's tough. That's tough. That's tough. But it's all good. It's all good. Do you guys kind of don't even care if you get a home game because you've played plenty big games on the road this season?
Yeah.
All righty. All right. Before we get up out of here, I want y'all to plug in y'all individual social medias. You know, we got the team social medias up there, but plug in your individual ones before we get out of here. Make sure that you can't right there.
Instagram, Awan 2034.
Instagram, I'm not Gio.
Instagram, Jayden Welch 223.
Instagram, AB the point guard.
There you go. Has the coach shown y'all? Did y'all see his 1,000 point?
Oh, yeah.
He caught it off the backboard.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. Because he said y'all didn't believe him that he was like that. That's what he told me last time I talked to him. So he had to give y'all some proof, and we got some more proof that we'll share with y'all at some point. I'll share with y'all on Instagram, but make sure you do that. But fellas, good luck on the state tournament. Good luck. Make that run. We'll be there to watch you guys. Make sure you go check them out wherever they play. Once again, the seedings come out Saturday, but by the time this interview comes out, they've probably already played. I don't know. We're out of here. Athletes Corner, we're done. Have a good one. All right, and we are back. Quickly, state tournament. So, Lynn English girls are on the road today. They are playing Durfee, which is all the way in Fall River.
Crazy.
Yeah. Lynn English boys will be hosting Cambridge Ridge Latin tomorrow. Games at 7 p.m. St. Mary's boys and girls each are playing at home Friday. The boys will play first, and the girls will follow. Kip Academy is playing today. They got a tournament game, preliminary round. Lynn Classical girls, they lost to Algonquin on Monday, 58-51. And all right, so here's my issue. People keep talking about their conference, whatever, I don't care. They went 20-0. There's no reason they should be on the road.
Nah.
For the first round.
Nah.
For the first round. There's no reason at all they should be on the road. Tech, they went 17-3. They won their conference. They're going on the road Friday against a team that's 13-7.
That's stupid. It don't even make sense.
At all.
Now, let's be real. How many people on these MIA chair committees, even like from Lynn, care about Lynn, like Lynn, even have a positive view about Lynn?
Right.
Let's be real.
Yeah. And my biggest issue with this whole ranking system and whatnot,
Let's be real.
you're not rewarding teams for winning.
No, bro.
They're literally just like, okay, they look at your schedule. Oh, you scheduled some tough teams, but you didn't beat them. You beat like one of them. Okay, we're still gonna make you a higher seed.
Those
it's
are
like
moral victory morons.
legit.
Because there ain't no moral victories, bro. Either win or you lose.
Legit.
Then, that's what you learn when you win or you lose.
Yeah.
That's when you learn the moral victory in that situation.
Yeah, and then the other part in Division I boys.
But it's
What's the North? They've beaten 2 teams that were ranked number 1 at the time. They've beaten a couple teams that were ranked in the top 20, and they're like a number 5 seed or something. When they should have been the number 1 seed overall in that. And then the side they have them on the side. It's them, English, Lawrence, Newton North. I think it's Franklin. Basically, like all the top teams.
of course.
They got them all on one side, and then the other side, it's just like, how are y'all doing this? You got a team that's 9-11 that's in the tournament just because, and they get a home game.
Certain things I take as insults. Some people might ignore it. I take certain things as insults because, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. That's my little rant.
I mean, we got too much talent separated throughout the city. We got 5 high schools, and we still be winning stuff.
Still,
That makes people sick, bro. when you only had 1 or 2 high schools in your whole city, your whole existence, and you still can't beat us. You'll probably get more high schools in the next 15 years anyways.
Yeah, listen, man.
We're still gonna be winning stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, the Lynn Costco girls won. I feel bad. I think they should have got at least one. They should have got the home game for that opening round because it's kind of like, all right, you go 20-0, it don't matter.
You had to go to Aliquippa?
Let's go to the.
Oh, my bad. That's in Pennsylvania.
Let's go. Post-game interviews, players and coaches time. First up is Algonquin girls basketball coach Melissa Festino. Check this out.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, the team came out there a little slow start, then you guys got it rolling offensively, built to the big lead, and never really looked back. What did you guys do to build up?
Yeah, just being aggressive on defense. That's what we want to do. Have some turnovers, get some easy looks in transition if we could. We had some pretty good ball movement on offense as well. Kind of open them up to get some gaps and hopefully hit the gaps. Get some easier shots, and we had some kids make some big shots today too, so that helped.
Yeah, they got the lead down to 3, and then you guys went on a 7 or 8 nothing run. Can you talk about the boys in that little stretch right there?
Yeah, I was really proud of that, how they handle themselves. We've been in close games all year, so it's nothing really new to us. If we have a lead and the other team makes a little comeback, or we're down and then we make a comeback. So they've been poised. They've been doing this for 3 months. They just calm down, get settled, be quick, don't hurry, and they just start making some plays. So.
So when they go home time.
That's right.
Short turnaround, March 2nd. You got Washington Regional. What first thoughts on them?
Well, we've played them twice already because they're in our league. They're obviously a very good team. I think they're 4th in the state. So we're just gonna go give them our best game. We played them tough here the first time. There, we still played them somewhat tough, but I mean they got kids who can shoot and kids who can handle the ball, and they're just a very good team. Their whole 1 through 5. So.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
All right, and we are back. Before we get to the next one, the classical coach, he was like, yeah, we got the after the whistle curse. I was thinking, oh crap, maybe they do, because each time I've had them on before the state tournament, they've lost.
I mean, you are a Bulldog something. You know what you're doing. You got that voodoo at the crib.
Yo, when he said that to me, I was like, oh crap. Like, damn, my bad.
With your
I know, right?
hat on. Looking like a spy.
I need the camera right there.
You ain't no double spy, man. You just straight bulldog. Bulldog.
Next up, we got Burke head coach Sean Ryan. Check this out.
Charlestown is normally a fast-paced team who wants to score a lot. They slowed us down. They triangled us. Credit to what they did on the no preparation day as we played back-to-back. I thought we defended, especially in the first half, only allowing 20 points. The game got away from us, but to make big plays when it mattered, I'm so proud of these guys.
The sophomores came up big. Jayden made that big corner three. Hassan was making big shots, and then you got some offensive rebounds. I'm wondering, how much have they grown since last year?
Yeah, you know, throughout the course of the year, everyone's kind of stepped up, but really we rely on those two guys the most, especially Jayden scoring. He sees some special defenses thrown at him before. Jasad, they're trying, you know, obviously they want to slow down. He has such great speed, but I trust those guys so much, and they've gotten better and better.
All right, state tournaments next week. How prepared are you guys to make that one?
You know, we're going to enjoy this one. It's a big deal in the city to win, and this is our back-to-back time, first time ever in our school history. When the time is right, we'll get back in the gym no matter who we play. I'm sure there'll be great opponents, and I know this group will be prepared.
All right, congratulations on the win.
Thanks again. Appreciate it.
Next up, Lynn English head coach Alvin Brew. Oh my gosh, I got a headache, man.
All right, Coach. These 4 games you said is going to tell a lot about your team. And these 4 games, you guys went 3-1 in every game. It came down to it. What did you like about how you guys started off this game? Because it really felt like defensively they were really focused.
Yeah, I think we've been getting off the slow starts the last couple of games, and it's been killing us, putting us in the hole early. I think today we came out locked in defensively, just ready to kind of go after it on the defensive end, and I think that helped us get to an early lead here in this game.
Carmelo coming off the bench had 15 big points, big offensive rebound. What does that say about him as a teammate and him as your team, as you know, him coming off the bench and giving you guys that boost?
He's a workhorse. He's a blue-collar kid who does all the dirty work. You need guys like that for you to win a game like today. He hasn't played in the last couple games, but he still stepped up. He was able to do the dirty work for us defensively. He guarded a talented David Brown player where he took that assignment on and he did a good job.
And lastly, Warren, he had a big game with 32 points. Also, Tyrese, not a big scoring game, but he did everything else. How do you like your backcourt and how they play?
Yeah, I mean, Warren carried us. He's been in a little slump early these last couple of games, but I told him, I said, hey, he's a talented player. I knew he'd be able to bounce back. I knew this would be a good game for him. He was able to get downhill, really use his speed and his talent, and make some good layups there. That really got him going. He really carried us offensively, and I'm really proud of him.
Next up, the state tournament. How excited are you for this?
I'm excited. We're excited. I'm proud of our guys. Being tested here, going to the state tournament was important for us. Like you said, we learned a lot about ourselves these last 3 or 4 games, and I'm proud of our guys where we finished the regular season.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we got Lynn Tech head coach Corey Bingham. Year 2 for them. Good, big year for them. Good for them.
All right, Coach, this was tailed kind of two halves. First half, offense was rolling. The second half, it was kind of more of a defensive game. You guys really came up big at the end. Gio with the big shot, and then Andy with the steal. Was that just them just thinking, just finding a way to pull this out?
Yes, sir. That's how it's gonna have to go. Players gonna have to win the game. Coaches could put them in a situation. The players gotta go out there and make the plays, make the good passes, make the shots, and just be aggressive all around. And that's what the guys did. We tilted our hat on defense, and the second half, we didn't score too much, but they didn't score too much neither. So that's a good thing, to tip our hat on defense and get some good consecutive stops down the line.
Yeah, definitely. And it seemed like even when your offense wasn't really going in that second half, but those guys, they were able to
Great job. Yes.
How was the transition when you guys got back in the
Yes, that's the big thing about it is, as you know, Mook, things is gonna happen towards the game, and a lot of times, people want to call it timeouts, but my guys is young, so I want them to live in the moment and try to, find out their way to, get through the moment of the game, and I feel like they did that. They fought, they gave their all, C's one time turned it over, came back on defense, got it back. Gio did the thing, so same thing. So that's the thing we preach on is, if it ain't working on the offense end, get it back on the defense end, and I feel like we did that.
And lastly, is that what you want to see out of these guys in games like these, when it's one of those tight games back and forth, is this their poise down the stretch? Is that what you want to see?
Yes, that's exactly what this is made of. We want to make a nice tournament run, and this is one of the stops right here. It's great tournament feel. You see the atmosphere. Crowd was there. Lynn showed up. So just the feeling of the postseason for everybody. This is my first. Everybody in the locker room's first. So it was a great game.
All right, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, Mook.
And we are back. Hey, Pedro, when you were attacked, was the court a wooden floor?
No.
No. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, next up, we got Sadie Candela, captain from Algonquin.
All right. You guys came out here. You guys had a little slow start offensively, and then it felt like you guys kind of got a rolling, built a big lead. What did you guys do with that spin to the
Yeah, I think that a lot of our offense comes from our defense and our hard work, and I think we kept it up. We have a lot of great scorers on our team, some younger girls, and they stepped up. We worked hard on our defense as a team, and I think that's what helped us build it up.
What did you guys do to get them out of their game? Because it seemed like for a stretch they were playing at your pace. What did you guys do to get them over high pace and stuff?
A high pace, yeah. I think our press is a huge part of that. We play good defense. We push the ball up. We try to go as fast as we can. We're a very athletic team, so I think that helps us push the pace.
And when they got that lead down to 3, what did you guys tell yourselves and make that 7-0 run to stretch the lead to 10?
We told ourselves that we could do it for each other. We love each other. We don't want to be done. We want to play one more game, and we worked as hard as we could, and we got there.
Quick turnaround. Next up is Thursday against Washington Regional. What's your thoughts on them? You guys faced them a few times.
Yeah, they're a really, really good team, but we're going to work as hard as we can and do the best we can, and I'm excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, next up we got Giovanni Jean and Cesar Reyes.
All right, fellas. First half, you guys had that big lead on them. They came back in the second half. What did you guys do just to not make sure you guys let that game stop?
We had to lock in on defense, Defense got us this far, and every close game, we lock up on defense, we come up with a win.
Yeah, you guys came up with that big steal after you made that big layup. Was that just hustle for that win?
Yeah, it was hustle. We practice on those free throws and layups when we're tired during practice, running 16s and everything, shooting free throws too.
With this game, these are the type of games you guys want to see when you guys get in the tournament. What did you guys learn about yourselves in that second half?
Not everything's going to come easy, and teams are going to come for our necks. If we want to go out on top, we got to get that Tiger pride.
All right, fellas, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have Burke point guard Jasad Fenton. They won the Boston City League championship over Charlestown last week. It was actually a good game. Let's check this out.
All right, Jasad, back to that championship. The game came down to the wire. You guys got some key offensive rebounds, made some big shots. How happy are you that you guys are the first time it's
It means a lot, man. It really means a lot to know I made history, but to be honest, the MVP award, all that, it doesn't mean nothing to me, man. I couldn't do it on my team, man. My coach, since a freshman year, we didn't even really get along, from deep. You know, we just tried to push them out, make sure they don't get a lot of shots. You know, Alex, he shoots it very deep. We just slowed them down. You know, Jalen Williams, a great player. Coleman coaches them up great. You know, they're just a great team. We just did everything we can. Coach told us to let out the tank, everything out the tank, and we'll win. And that's exactly what we did. I think we're very prepared. This will definitely give us a lot of confidence going into the state tournament. I think we're the #1 seed in our division, which is really good, but it doesn't really mean anything. You know, we still got to work our ass off every single game. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yes, sir.
All right, our last interview is Warren Keel and Carmelo. Carmelo came off the bench, played a good game. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
All right, fellas, this was a highly anticipated game. Defensively, you guys really came out and set the tone early. I mean, what was the mindset for you guys out on the defense side of the ball?
Basically, just help. Make sure we're all in passing lanes. If you could get the steal, get it, but don't really gamble. And yeah.
And for you, Warren, last game, the shot wasn't really going down, but you did other things with the assists. You had 10 assists last game. This game, your shot was going down. Was that just you finding your rhythm early?
Yeah, so I realized that I had to adjust my jump shot. It wasn't really falling, so I went to the gym. I adjusted my shot, and the results showed them. So.
All right, Carmelo coming off the bench, 15 points. I know Coach said you didn't play much the last couple of games, but how ready were you for this when they called you in?
Well, I felt ready because practice, get ready, work hard. I just kept working, even though things weren't going well in the beginning, but I kept pushing through.
What did you guys learn about yourselves these 4 games heading into the tournament?
We learned that we got to work really hard to get where we really want and to be where we want to be.
And lastly, I know a lot of people talked about your schedule, talked about your conference, but you guys have played 4 of the best teams in the States, and you guys were 3-1. I mean, what does that say about this team and what they can do in the postseason?
I feel like we could do really well. As long as we work hard, play as a team, and do what we got to do, I feel like we will go far. We're going to go far.
All righty, fellas. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, it's time for the highlights. First up, Classical and Algonquin, as he calls it, El Poco.
Aliquippa.
All right, next up, Boston City Championship highlights, Burke and Charlestown. You got jokes over here, y'all never hear, so.
Yeah.
last but not least, it was a season finale for St. Mary's and Lynn last week at St. Mary's. We were there, and, well, check out the highlights. Back. Oh man, another show in the wraps. We come to the end of our show. I don't know what's happening. Oh, state tournament games. Make sure you go check them out. English hosting Cambridge tomorrow at 7 p.m. if you're not doing nothing. Doubleheader Friday at St. Mary's. First up is the boys, then the girls will follow. So if you're not doing anything, go check those out. Tech is playing in Tingsboro, so if you want to take that drive to Tingsboro Friday, support them, make sure you go do that and follow the team social media pages. It's going to be a good time. Mukala K, follow him, Mr. Burton 23. It's my birthday this Saturday, so we ain't lit.
Don't be a tough typer.
At all. And don't be a tattletale. And we got, like to call it, don't be a snitch.
Or a hater.
Indeed. And also thank you, Pedro, as always. The man in the sky. See y'all next week.
My eyes watering.
Yeah.